Hello, my dear students. Welcome again to our English videos. This is Mrs. Manar Sirag. Hope you will enjoy our sessions for today. Today we are going to start with our syllabus close-up. We are going to start with Unit 1. It is called Personally Speaking. Let's see what it is talking about. We'll start with the reading part. Before we read, there is an exercise that will help you understand the text. Exercise A. Choose one of these emotions and use facial expressions and body language. Try to communicate it to your partner. Okay, we have 5 words here. We have disgust, fear, happiness, sadness, and anxiety. Okay, can you guess what is the meaning of each word? Or how could it be expressed by body language? Okay, try to think. And if you don't know, let's see these pictures. I have here some pictures for you. Let's see them. I have the word disgust. Okay, it's someone cause someone to feel revulsion or strong disapproval, like this lady here. Fear, an unpleasant emotion caused by the threat of danger, pain, or harm, like this girl here, she's afraid. Happiness, the state of being happy. This girl is very happy, as you can see. Sadness, the condition or quality of being sad. Anxiety, a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something. You're anxious, you don't know what to do, you have a lot of things going around your mind. Okay? Now, let's go back to the book. So, try to use these words or these expressions and do some facial expressions on your own. Let's move on. Now, read the text to find out how neuroscientists are studying the way fear spreads. I'm going to play the audio for you. You have to bring your book and follow what we are going to be reading.
How does fear spread?
It has long been known that fear spreads quickly from person to person. However, until recently, neuroscientists believed that this fear was communicated mainly through facial expressions. Now, a new study has shown that body language may be just as important as facial expressions for communicating fear. It shows that fearful body postures are processed in the emotional part of the brain and lead to an automatic response. Body postures that do not communicate fear are processed differently in the visual part of the brain. Since the link between the emotional part of the brain and action is stronger than the link between the visual part of the brain and action, viewing fearful body expressions may create an automatic response to fear. When we talk about how humans communicate, we always talk about things like language, said Beatrice de Gelder, the neuroscientist who led the study. But just like in the animal world, we also communicate through our bodies without our conscious minds being much aware of it. Unlike earlier studies, which concentrated on the way the brain reacted to still images of facial expressions, the experiment which de Gelder and her team carried out aimed to prove that fearful body posture can create fear in observers. Since previous studies had used still images, the scientists decided to use stills from video clips. Participants had their brains scanned while they were shown video stills of actors who were showing fear. For example, in one situation, they had just opened a door to find an armed robber waiting for them. They were also shown in neutral situations, pouring a glass of water or combing their hair. In each case, though, the actors' faces were blocked out so that the participants viewing them could only react to their body posture and not to any facial expressions. The results showed that when participants saw fearful images, the emotional part of the brain was active, as well as regions of the brain connected to motor processes that are responsible for movement. There was a lot more going on in the brain than when the neutral images were shown. These only activated the visual areas of the brain. The response to fear appears to be quite automatic, and this is commonly seen in the animal kingdom. If a flock of birds has been feeding on the ground and one is frightened by something and takes off, the others immediately follow. It is an extremely important evolutionary mechanism, because any bird left behind may become prey. Something similar happens with humans. At a fearful moment, humans, like animals, need to be ready to react quickly, because they are given only a fraction of a second to evaluate the situation. If a fire breaks out, for instance, people quickly adopt the body posture of those close to them. However, our reaction to danger is sometimes slowed down as we try to rationalize fear by asking ourselves whether there is a reason to react. So far, neuroscientists have focused on showing people stills from videos, but they are now interested in finding out what happens in the brain when humans watch moving images. Teams of neuroscientists around the world, including De Gelder's, are carrying out studies in which the participants' brains are scanned while they are watching films. This enables scientists to study how emotional actions are based on movement. In the future, such research may be used in the building of robotic human companions that would be able to perceive, decide, communicate, and react as humans do.
After reading the passage, I want you to pause the video, then continue with me doing the next exercise. Before we do the exercise, these are words and their definitions. Neuroscientists, a scientist who studies the brain and nervous system. Study, a particular piece of research. Automatic, done without thinking. Neutral, neither positive or negative nor negative. Motor, relating to muscles, nerves, and parts of the brain that control movement. Mechanism, a part of your behavior which helps you deal with a different situation. Let's move on. Here, we have an exercise based on your understanding of the text. Okay? This exercise wants you to choose for questions 1 and 6, choose the answer A, B, C, or D, which fits best according to the text. Okay? Let's move to solve the exercise together. Number 1. Scientists have recently discovered that fear, now we have to choose A, is expressed in the body as much as the face, or B, is more strongly expressed in the face than the body. C. Is mainly expressed in the body. D. Creates an automatic response in others. Now think, I want you to think. Of course, the answer is going to be A. Okay? 2. The automatic response to fearful postures comes from the part of the brain that processes what? Yes, of course, emotions. Very good. Number 3, according to de Gelder, humans communicate mainly through speech. Humans do not realize they are using body language. Humans think body language is unimportant. Humans can control their body language. Think again with me. What could be the answer here? B. Humans do not realize they are using body language. Number 4. De Gelder's study different from previous ones in that it used still images. It used still images. It used images of the face and body. It showed images of the body. It used moving images. What is the difference? Of course, it will be it showed images of the body. Let's check together. Yes, all are right. And you can check here where you can find this information in the text. Here you are. This is for number 1 in this part, in the first paragraph. Number 2, number 3, number 4. Let's move on. Question number 5. The study showed that neutral and fearful body postures A. Are processed differently by the human brain. B. Create similar responses in the human brain. C. Create automatic responses in humans. D. Are similar in all animals. Think. The answer is A. Last question. The automatic response to fear is always the same in animals and humans, is responsible for people adopting different body postures, is the result of careful evaluation of a dangerous situation, developed as a way to escape danger. Of course, it is letter D. Let's check. Yes, where can we find this in the text? Here. And for number 6, here's the answer. Let's move on. Exercise E. Complete the sentences below with these words. Carry out, communicate, evaluate, focus, process, react. Let me tell you first what are the meanings of these words. Carry out means to start something, okay? Communicate. Communication like talking, sharing ideas, information, etc. Evaluate. To form an idea about something. Focus. To pay attention. Process. Process is when you have to go to do something in a different way to perform series of operation in order to change it or save it. This is to process. The last word react, to respond in a particular way, to have a reaction. Now, let's answer the exercise. It took a moment for the winners to space to the news. To do what? To focus, let's see. No, it's not the right answer. To do what? To react? Yes, great. Number 2. It is hard to space the psychological damage caused by words. It's hard to evaluate. Great work. Even without a common language, people find ways to, of course, communicate. We can communicate through body language. Okay, this is a way other than talking with the language. Human brains and computers space information differently. Does it carry out? No, it is process. Very good. Neuroscientists want to space tests to find out what happens when people laugh. They want to carry out, they want to start a test or a research. In order to be successful, teachers need to focus on their body language. Now, at the end of our video, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Do you like watching scary films with other people? Why and why not? Okay, try to think of this question and the answer. How does your body respond to being afraid? Okay, think about these ideas till we are going to meet in the next video. Bye bye.